Well, this is kind of the year where all those teams that haven't beaten the Texas Longhorns in years, sometimes over a decade, or never at all in Iowa State's case, get their chance to do that when you have a team that's not as talented as we thought coming in, not as good in general, and last week just quit. There's no leaders on this team. This is me rehashing what I said last week, but there's no leaders on this team. No one's looking at anybody. There's a loser mentality on this team. As I said before, this team kept just led by Colt McCoy and Vince Young. It was constant winners mentality. They didn't win every game, but there was always that chance when, and even the games they lost, them coming back, them trying to win. You were never out of the ball game. This team, I think it was epitomized in the Baylor game. Texas up 19-10 in the second half. If that's one of your regular Texas teams, that turns into a blowout. This Texas team starts looking around like, oh crap, we're ahead. What are we going to do here? And then Baylor, a more veteran team, a team with better leadership, beats them. So now we got Oklahoma State, a team that's beaten us once in its entire history. I think the last time they beat us was like 1944, something like that. Yeah. So this is their chance. This is Oklahoma State fans. This is your chance to beat Texas, and I'll be in the stadium, and I fully expect Oklahoma State to win. This Texas team has given me no reason to think they can win this game. I mean, they've proven again and again and again that they're just not that good, and they haven't shown any kind of desire to want to win. And when they do have the desire to want to win, a la Oklahoma, they're not coached well enough, or they're not prepared well enough to not make dumb penalties, to not make stupid mistakes on the field, and cost yourself the game. So, tomorrow you got Oklahoma State's a better team. Winner, and I'm going to say something, if Texas does win this game tomorrow, Oklahoma State's still a better team. They've only got one loss on the season. They're competing for a Big 12 title. We got 4 losses, or five. I don't even know, 4 or 5. We've lost so many games, I can't even keep track of how many times we've lost a game. We're not playing for anything this year. We're playing for bowl eligibility. How pathetic is that? I mean, if it's this late in the season and you hadn't gotten bowl eligible yet, that's pathetic. So, whatever this team does with us, I'm supporting this team, but whatever they do from this season is still not up to par what you want to do here at Texas. And I really, you have to. We talked about how if Texas wants to get bowl eligible, it's pathetic to have this conversation. They're going to have to upset either Oklahoma State tomorrow or upset A&M in 2 weeks. Because, the FAU game, that's kind of a toss-up game. But A&M and Oklahoma State are both better than Texas this season, and we've seen it on the field. Both those teams are better. So, what does Texas have to do to win the game? I mean, I don't know. You got to make it low scoring because this offense for Texas can't score. At least they can't score consistently. It's not a good thing whenever we complete a pass for a first down and everybody in the stands gets excited because we haven't seen it in about 3 or 4 drives. So if Texas wants to win this game against Oklahoma State, you got to hold Okie State. I'm talking like maybe 2 touchdowns to hopefully win this game. And Okie State's one of the best offenses in the conference. So, Brandon Wheaton. And once again, I'll say this again. Before the season started, I thought Oklahoma State may have been maybe the worst team in the Big 12 because I thought that they'd lost too many guys. Well, they were the team that reloaded. Texas is the team that's rebuilding. So Okie State, props to Gundy and Brandon Wheaton for coming in there and really taking the reins of that team. So they got a good ball club there in Stillwater. Fully, I'm not talking any trash. And if Texas does win tomorrow, I'm not gonna get on here and rant and rave about suck it Okie State, you'll never beat Texas, blah blah blah. Because it's at this point it doesn't matter. Because what I get mad about fans is, people get too caught up in one win during the regular season. Beating your rival, that's great and stuff, but if you want to be a quality program, you can't base your entire season off of one big win during the season. And there are teams in the conference that have done that. I'm not one of those guys. So we beat Nebraska, and at the time, I was very excited. When we beat Nebraska, you saw how excited I was because I thought we'd turn the season around. Yes, I was happy we beat Nebraska and sent them out of the Big 12 with a loss to us, But at the same time, what really got me pumped was that I thought that was okay. That was us turning the page. We still had a chance possibly to win the Big 12. No. And so now, right now, what Texas is right now, Texas is a bad loss for Nebraska. That's what Texas is. If Nebraska somehow was able to get, they still have one loss. If Nebraska was able to go win the Big 12 with only one loss, and there's a bunch of one-loss teams at the end, Nebraska would not win a tiebreaker with another one-loss team in the college football because they lost to Texas, who is a bad football team. That's what the Longhorns are this season. If they want to turn it around, then you got to win this weekend. And there's no, both my teams, the Cowboys and Longhorns, are kind of in a situation where you're overmatched because you've seen your true colors this season. You thought you were better than you were, and you're not that good. Now you're going against teams in the Oklahoma State Cowboys and the New York Giants, and pretty much everyone's just like, come on, just make it a game. Just don't make it pathetic. But the effort I saw from Texas last week, because the Kansas State's better than Texas, but they're not a good football team. They're bowl eligible. When I talk about good football teams, I'm about teams that are going to get 10 wins plus. Okie State's a good football team. So if we go in the same effort that we did last week, we may lose by 50. And K-State, see, Bill Snyder, to his credit, he called the dogs off. K-State could have beat us by even worse, but he's out of respect for Mac Brown, Bill Snyder called the dogs off. Class move on his part. But, Okie State, Mike Gundy's not going to do that because Mike Gundy wants this one. This is for recruiting right now. This is for if he can drop 50 or 60 points on Texas and blow them out by a couple of touchdowns. That's where he's going to be calling his recruits like, hey, look at this, we're beating Texas. So that's what this game is. I'm sorry if I feel down about this. I'm going to go to the game. When I walk in that stadium, I'll be having my horns up, and I'll be pumped. I'll be mad after the game when we lose. If we lose. Win, whatever. If win. So if we win, I'll get on here and say congratulations to our guys, but I'm not going to sit here and pound my chest about it because this whole season's been a wash. My whole football season in general, NFL and college, has been a wash. So, yeah, maybe we'll end up, if we can get to a bowl game, maybe go to that New York Pinstripes Bowl or the disowned brother of the Cotton Bowl or the Dallas Football Classic Bowl, some stupid new thing they got. That's what we're going to, if somehow Texas is able to squeak one in there, that's what we're going to. So, yeah, great season, Horns. So, hey, you got to have bad seasons sometime, and this one's really bad. So, hook 'em Horns tomorrow. See if we guys can pull off a miracle upset because it's going to take a lot. It's going to be a lot more than I've seen this year. Hook 'em, guys.